On the cusp of what would be Sonic's death, he places his trust in Tails to ensure Eggman is defeated, but luckily Sonic's able to survive the ordeal and he still has to hold up his end of the bargain. Still in the possession of the fake Chaos Emerald, Sonic has to insert it into the console of the Eclipse Cannon so it can never be used again. However, time is of the essence, because in the game's universe, Sonic has about 20 minutes to get from the start of Final Rush all the way to the Eclipse Cannon, which, canonically speaking, takes him just under 15 minutes. So, left with just 5 minutes, Sonic braces himself for what should be a pretty easy job. Until...
Never cease to surprise me, Blue Hedgehog. I thought that capsule you were in exploded in space.
You know, what can I say? I die hard. You actually saved me, you know.
It was a Chaos Emerald, wasn't it? But there's no way you could have activated the Chaos Control using an emerald that's fake. So, there's more to you than just looking like me. What are you, anyway?
What you see is what you get. Just a guy that loves adventure. I'm Sonic the Hedgehog!
I see. But you know, I can't let you live. Your adventuring days are coming to an end.
Everyone talks about how Eggman holding Amy at gunpoint is the best cutscene in the game, but this is a pretty good cutscene too, so I want to take the rest of this video and dissect it. The cutscene begins with Sonic staring down the corridor, presumably to amp himself up. Obviously, he's not aware that Shadow is approaching behind him because of his shocked expression that follows. Shadow, somebody who has spent most of the game looking down on everyone, actually highlights that he's surprised to see that Sonic's alive and well. Sonic retorts, saying that he's just too stubborn to die, and then proceeds to mock Shadow by waving the fake Chaos Emerald in his face and telling him more or less that, "You're the reason I'm alive." Shadow's reaction isn't anything to do with the mockery Sonic made of him, it's to do with the fact that Sonic pulled off Chaos Control, a technique that Sonic only saw once up to this point, and to boot he did it with a fake Chaos Emerald too. Meaning that everything that Shadow thought about Sonic turned out to be a complete underestimation of what Sonic's actually able to do. The game painted Shadow as this big ambiguous character, and for Sonic, he didn't know who or what Shadow was at the end of the day. Now, by the end of the Hero and Dark story, now Shadow's questioning who Sonic is as well. Shadow doesn't know. All his underestimations have been completely wrong, and Sonic's clearly got surprises up his sleeves. The entirety of the battle is built on the foundation of uncertainty because neither hedgehogs know what the other is capable of. Leading up to the cutscene though, I can feel a sense of respect coming from Shadow. I feel like at this point, now that Shadow realizes he can't underestimate Sonic any longer, he starts to have a respect for him to some extent. In the case of Sonic, one may argue that his mockery towards Shadow would actually imply disrespect towards him, but I'm not so sure that's the case. Sonic is naturally a smug character, and I don't think he's smirking and taking things unseriously because he thinks Shadow's a joke. He's doing it because he's anticipating the good battle he knows he's gonna have to endure up ahead. That's what living for thrills is like for him. It's finally here where Shadow sees that Sonic is worthy of going toe-to-toe with him and putting up a hell of a good fight. Sonic proves he's not one to be underestimated, and Shadow, having learned that, finally respects the Blue Hedgehog. In fact, I'd argue that this scene is the first scene that actually pushes them a little bit closer to kind of being friends in the later games. I feel like without this mutual respect, you don't get that friendship, but here, I believe this is where it starts. This scene is not only great for Adventure 2, but it's great for the duality between Sonic and Shadow, as rivals and as friends. Thank you for watching my video, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this quick analysis.